The days of Masvidal and Covington being best of friends are long gone, as the former teammates and training partners in an attempt to settle the beef between them fought at the UFC 272 main event on March 5th, but apparently they still have unfinished business, as the UFC welterweights and better rivals were involved in a physical altercation at a Miami steakhouse. What was the reason for this altercation? How did Colby react? What do other fighters think about this? Stay tuned and watch till the end to find out the details of this altercation between Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington. The rivalry between Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal has continued outside the octagon, as Jorge Masvidal allegedly gets into a physical altercation with Colby Covington at the Poppy Steak restaurant in Miami Beach. Colby was out to dinner with the Nelk boys and Bob Menery was caught unaware by Colby's attack. The cops were called and a footage later posted by TMZ showed Colby standing outside the restaurant surrounded by cops. In this TMZ's video, Colby could be heard saying, "He's over here swinging, trying to come at me, and I ran." He also said, "How would Masvidal know I'm here?"
You know who that is.
How would you know I'm you? How would you know you're on the internet? I'm on the internet.
The following day, Masvidal took to Twitter and tweeted, "Good morning to everyone except those who think talking about someone's kid is cool." Bob Menery, who was one of those that witnessed the whole incident, tweeted, "All I can say is I'm extremely disappointed in Jorge Masvidal as a professional fighter tonight. You let down a lot of people tonight, bro. Disappointed." Nate Diaz showed his support for Jorge Masvidal by replying Bob with this tweet, "You're a big old p-." Jake Paul wasn't too pleased with Masvidal either, as he tweeted, "Two facts of the day. Number 1, Masvidal is a bitch for ambushing Colby. Couldn't hurt him in the cage, so try to blindside him? On the other hand, some other people are trying to figure out how Jorge Masvidal knew Covington's location. Jorge Masvidal's manager Maki Kawa is of the idea that Nelk Boys set Colby up. Maki tweeted, "Thanks at Nelk Boys for giving out Colby's location," while Kyle Forgier believes that Bob Menery is the snitch. He tweeted, "Beginning to think at Bob Menery set up Colby." Kamaru wasn't left out, as he also expressed his disappointment by tweeting, "This is not how we conduct ourselves in this house." Andy Slater recently got new details of the altercation. He tweeted, "The initial call to police came from one of Colby Covington coaches, I've learned. Cops were told that Covington was the victim in the altercation with Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal, wearing a surgical mask and hoodie, sucker punched Colby Covington twice, according to news info I've obtained. Covington was hit in the mouth and eye. One of his teeth did break, cops say." He continued, "Jorge Masvidal is facing a felony arrest if Covington cooperates with police and their investigation proves the UFC star's claims." An investigation was opened by the Miami Beach Police Department to look into the alleged physical altercation between Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington. Colby Covington was not stated explicitly in the police report, as the alleged suspect is said to have protected their information by invoking Murphy's Law. Masvidal later identified Covington on Twitter, and this happened even before TMZ Sports shared a video of Covington talking to the police. In another footage by TMZ Sports, Masvidal was restrained by Covington. From the police report, a battery call came in from outside the restaurant at 10:54 p.m. local time. The police responded to it, and when they arrived at the scene, they found a victim who had fractured a tooth and also had an abrasion on his wrist. Alleged Masvidal reportedly ran up from the left and lauded one punch on his mouth and one on his left eye. Before leaving the restaurant, alleged Masvidal also told Covington that, "You shouldn't have been talking about my kids." Covington added that a group of 3 or 4 other unknown males also approached him in an aggressive manner. It was at this point that the victim now pushed one of the unknown males away and separated himself from the attackers and ran back into the Poppy Steak restaurant, where he contacted police. This attack by Masvidal allegedly came from this Covington interview, where he mentioned Masvidal, "If you didn't have these actions, I wouldn't be able to have anything to talk about. If he wasn't a deadbeat dad, he doesn't even talk to his kids. He's tried to erase the mother of his children and his wife, still legally on paper, Marisa Masvidal, from the history of the internet." Masvidal's manager, Maki Kawa, took to Twitter with excitement to mention that someone lost a tooth on Twitter, and this was before the police report was released. Here is the tweet. I'm hearing that someone not from Miami who says he's the king of it is missing a tooth, Kawa tweeted. Can someone confirm this? I need the video ASAP. Kawa's brother and business partner, Abe Kawa, also showed his support for Masvidal by replying the tweet with this response. You gotta be from Dade County to understand. This whole incident took place 16 days after Covington and Masvidal fought at the UFC 272 for 5 rounds. The former best friends and American top team teammates turned into enemies as they both got to the welterweight title contender status. Currently, Covington has not said anything about this incident publicly. Diana Belbita tweeted, "Am I the only one who thinks there's something wrong with Colby? He's still sleeping or in the hospital and that's why he doesn't react?" Ben Askren tweeted, "Imagine having 25 minutes to punch someone as many times as you want legally, but you can't get it done so you gotta sneak up at the steakhouse." He went on to say, "The couple times I got beat up, I just thought shit that sucked. I should trained harder or employed better tactics. Not let me sneak up and attack him on the street because I have anger or insecurity issues." Jorge also talked about my family, so he is being a hypocritical turd on top of all else. Suck it up, buttercup, you got whipped. It happens sometimes. The former 2-division UFC champion Daniel Cormier shared his opinion on the alleged Colby Covington-Jorge Masvidal altercation on the ESPN DC and RC show. Cormier stated that Colby Covington is not a street guy. He further added that, like I will tell you today, Colby Covington is not a street guy. Colby Covington is a guy that likes to talk and fight. The shit may have crossed the line and now it's gotten him into a situation that he is not really equipped for. That is why he didn't have anybody in place with him to make sure that it didn't cross a line. But because I know who I am, I always made sure somebody was in that place with me to make sure that I didn't cross the line to ensure my safety and protect everything that I was building. Cormier also criticized Masvidal for not taking full advantage of his opportunity at the UFC 272. Cormier also compared this altercation to the one he had with John Jones, but he was quick to add that when you've got 25 minutes, you've got 25 minutes and that is the only place in which I'm going to condemn Jorge Masvidal. You had 25 minutes less than 2 weeks ago to do everything you wanted. It does not seem as though this was it's so hard here not to assume, but it does not seem as though this was come face to face and then we get into a fight. It seems like something different. And that's where it becomes a little bit off. The UFC president Dana White is yet to comment on this incident between Jorge Masvidal and Colby Covington. Do let us know what you think in the comments section and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video. Goodbye.